Hey guys, it's Alex. I'm back. I know last week's mini vlog was very mini, but it's because I just wanted to hold y'all over to do this virtual diary series. So I don't know if it's actually gonna be called a virtual diary series. Instead of doing just like one intro to YouTube video being like, hey, I'm Alex, like this is who I am, this is what I do, I really want to share more of myself with you guys, who I am, what I'm doing, what life is like, deeper parts of myself. And it's very nerve-wracking. I'm very extroverted, talkative, and like I might post on social media, but I am, for the most part, a very private person. I don't really talk about the real personal parts of like my life. It's very like important for me to like be open about my story because I inspire a lot of people, but like people don't really know like what goes on like behind the scenes in my life, which is like why I made a YouTube in the first place. So I guess we're already getting down to the first topic on like my intro to YouTube, because like I know a lot of people like their first YouTube video is an introduction, but it didn't feel right to just do like a little mini intro video. And plus like I got my hair done. When I get my hair done, it always signifies a new era for me, especially like when I do a different color. New hair definitely speaks to like the new era that Alex is in, because it's like I feel like I've lived so many lives already and I'm only 22 years old. You could just look at my hair and see like what type of like era, what type of life I was living. So this blonde hair, like, I'm really in that chapter of my life, you know, starting YouTube. Starting a lot of new things that I'm going to talk about in the video. Let's get into the video. So the first topic for this virtual diary series, or whatever good name I come up with, my introduction to YouTube. Why am I here? Why do I have this camera? Why am I doing YouTube? It's a bunch of reasons, okay? Well, I did get invited so many times to like make a YouTube channel, especially by like people who follow me on Instagram and everything. They see my stories. And you know, I don't share every single part of my life, but the parts I do share, like people are very interested in it, and they're like, make a YouTube, like we want to see behind the scenes, we want to see what's going on with your life is so cool, it's so interesting. I agree with you guys, it's super cool, super interesting. This was all really during last year, but people I would hang out with, they'd be like, yo, like Alex, you should have your own show. And while I do plan to have a real show one day, YouTube will be like my show, because it's like my little talk show until I get to the big leagues with talking and being on TV. See, growing up, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, like 5th grade. And that's when like I really like started just watching people's channels. Lots of makeup girlies, of course, but it was more than just like, you know, funny videos and makeup, like seeing them talk about their lives and go to like meetups with other like YouTube vloggers. It was always so interesting to me. And I remember being a kid being like, wow, I really want to do that one day. You know, like I really want to have like a YouTube channel. I want to have an audience. I want to like talk to the camera. It always was something I wanted to do, but I just never thought as a kid that I could do it. It just didn't seem like it was for a girl like me, but it literally is. So my younger self, it's like inner child healing. My younger self is like, wow, she's so cool. I always felt drawn to sharing my story. You know, I'm a talker, and I'm not on Twitter anymore, which we'll get into later, but like Instagram, I can't really like share my personality. I've done like the quiet girl thing like all last year, you know, just posting pictures, but it's like at the end of the day, people want to know like who you are, like what you're doing. So YouTube was the perfect platform, because like TikTok, I've tried to make it my thing. It wasn't really my thing. Instagram Reels, and that's not really it either. But like YouTube's the perfect platform to just talk, and I'm a talker. So it was just the perfect platform to just share my story and share like deeper parts of myself. Y'all, like my family don't even know me for real. I mean, I talk to my parents every single day. But like when it comes to like just talking about the deeper parts of myself, you know, feelings and everything, like a lot of people don't really know what like goes on through my head, or like what battles I fight, or like what I'm going through, you know? So it's kind of weird knowing that like my family's watching and they're actually gonna like learn so much about me. Really excited to like start this journey. Like YouTube's really a passion project to me. I'm not here like pressed about you know, how many subscribers I have, how many views I'm getting. Although I did cry my eyes out like that, like when after my first video I got like, you know, like 20 subscribers, and it's like, wow, like if I put 20 people like in the room here with me, like I don't even know, I don't think 20 people could fit in my room right now. I think I have like 31 now as I like record this, which is super crazy. I'm not here like this many views isn't good enough, you know, like this isn't good enough, it has to be this or that, or it's nothing. Like I don't approach life like that at all. Like whatever I do, as long as I know I like it and I'm passionate about it, I don't really care who else likes it, you know. But I am very grateful for the people who do come and like support me, because like it does mean a lot. So I don't really focus on like what I don't have, I focus on what I do have, and having like supportive friends, family, followers, like to just sit and listen and watch the great feedback. That means everything to me. So YouTube is my passion project. It's like inner child healing. It's gonna be an adjustment, actually like opening up about like my life and what I do. But I know that I was like put on this earth to like share my story and like inspire other people, whether it's one person or 100 people or 1,000 people. My story can literally change lives, and it has. I've already like done this before. I'm just ready to do it in the way that feels right and feels best to me. And I finally feel like I'm there now, you know, I'm doing what feels right and what feels best to me. And it took a long time to get here. I'm 22 years old. Growing up, I've always done what I was supposed to do. You know, I've always done like the right thing. It was cool, you know, I've always been the really smart girl, the really good girl, like the really quiet girl. Teachers always loved me. Parents could brag about me. I was never happy in school. I mean, anyone who went to school with me would know like I missed so many days of school. I still graduated like top of my class, like top 10% of my class, with like a 4.0 GPA. But like I wasn't showing up to school that often because it was so draining, you know. And I did a lot of things right and a lot of things really good. And just because I did it so good and better than a lot of people, everyone would just assume like, yeah, she's good. But like I literally wasn't good. I wasn't happy, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Through all the straight A's, through all the honors and AP classes, through acing everything, I never felt secure like or stable in it, because I'm just like, okay, I'm here, graduation's any day yet, and I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Like I'm still not happy with my life. As a kid, I would think like, yeah, I'll finally be happy when I'm like in my 20s, making a lot of money, in a good profession, doing whatever. But I started learning, say this past year specifically, started learning that like having internal happiness outside of like the material stuff, like making money and all that, like I didn't know that was possible for me, but I reached it. And that's why I'm in a really good space to like do this YouTube channel. But yeah, we'll save all the other good stories for the other diary series. Doing what makes me happy. I know a lot of people are bad at doing what makes them happy, because a lot of people are thinking about what their parents are gonna think, or what their friends are gonna think, or even like what their partner is gonna think, what society is gonna think and say about them. Just want to let you know, if you are just living to please everyone else, you're never gonna be happy. You need to live to please yourself. So me doing this YouTube is very pleasing to me. I don't hold myself back in anything, so I'm gonna be consistent with this YouTube. I'm gonna commit to my YouTube, because committing to my YouTube is a form of me committing to myself, not for anyone but me. And why not document your life? Because you could actually see the growth, you know, when you look back on it. And I'm a great speaker. I get that all the time. I'm a great speaker. I have a personality, so I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna document with all of you. So that is why I'm here on YouTube. I'm gonna be doing every single video, you know. I'm gonna talk about sports, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna vlog, you know, do day in my lives, routines, all of that stuff. Whatever I feel like talking about or showing off, I'm gonna do it, you know. I'm not putting myself in a box, okay? I didn't want to talk about things until like stuff was set in stone, but I have an announcement to make.